And we are live. You're watching Eclecticka. I'm Seven. We have Drew and we have Charles. How you guys doing today?
Very
Good.
well.
Good. Having a very odd, hazy Sunday, but we're here for you guys nonetheless.
Yes.
Yes, and you're watching Eclecticka. Everything science fiction, fantasy, cosplay, video games, superheroes. We're the ones to listen to. All right, guys. So where are we going to start with tonight?
What are we starting with tonight, Charles? What you got for us?
I got a little video game thing
Okay.
here. So I got to play Forza Horizon 3 early, 4 days early. Well, it was supposed to be 4 days early. It took me a day and a half to download it. Dude, yeah, okay. Ridiculous. I don't know what's up with that, man. I noticed when you like pre-order these games, honestly, I still like to just go get the disc, put it in a machine, and install it that way. But a lot of times with some of these downloads, man, they take a long time.
Take a minute, dude.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I know some DLCs that have like basically taken me the better part of a day just to like put them in. The one for Mass Effect, it might have just been I had a crappy internet connection, but when I think it was like the last DLC for Mass Effect 3 came out, it took me about what felt like half a day. And I'm sitting there looking at my PlayStation, I'm just like, it moved 1%. It moved 1%. We're making progress. It's happening. I'm holding my controller in my head. It's gonna happen any minute now. Hours went by.
I was sitting there like a little kid waiting to open our Christmas presents. I'm with my controller in my hand, and 1%. Hour later, man, it's still stuck. I'm like, are you kidding me? I started downloading that thing Friday afternoon, and it finished downloading like Saturday afternoon. It took that long.
Hell, man.
Yeah, man. But with that being said, it's a good game. I mean, if you're not into these total simulation games, like regular Forza is just straight simulation. This game is a mix of simulation and arcade, but it's massive. It takes place in Australia, and it's fun. So anyone that likes racing games, I would highly recommend Forza Horizon 3. Awesome game. You won't be disappointed. Tons of cars, wide open. Just, it's fun. That's all. It's a really good game.
I feel like racing games and not the hack and slash, but like a lot of these action games now. I guess it was the alpha for a game called For Honor came out not too long ago. I've seen some people on YouTube and whatnot and Twitch playing that online, and man, like For Honor is basically the idea of, remember Deadliest Warrior?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Different. So basically, it's that you have a samurai, you have a Viking, you have a knight. And it's like you're in this, you have different types. You have the duel, you have the all-out war, you have Dominion, different sets. But these characters occupy these fields. And when you have them go at it, dude, the gameplay looks just so damn smooth. And it's like they took the model for, what would be a good example of that one? They took the model for what could be, I guess, Dark Souls or like Bloodborne. They hyped it up a bit, they put it in the gym, but then they give it to you and it's just like, it has like the action and it has like the fighting game feel to it. You have the competitive edge. I'm really hyped about that game. Cool. And I'm also hyped about Neo when it comes out, which is basically Samurai Dark Souls, which from what I've heard from people that have played it or like checked out footage of it, I think it was at PAX when they had the last bit of footage for that one. It looks freaking amazing.
That's the show. PAX like E3's little brother, but it seems like it holds a little more steam now. I think E3 is kind of
you could make the argument that PAX is actually giving people a lot more of what they want than even E3 right now.
Exactly.
E3 is the Comic-Con of like video games where you go to get like announcements. PAX is where people actually get to go and play the games before anyone else, essentially.
Yeah.
So
it's like E3 is. You're right. It's turned into like what Comic-Con is. Movie announcements and all that type of stuff. And if you're a gamer, man, we want straight game news. That's what we
play. Yeah, exactly. That's when I notice the most advanced footage that we have of games typically comes in the weeks that follow PAX. Right. Because they give you guys so much while you're there. So I got to get out to that eventually. One day it's going to go down. I'm in the game industry officially now. I can go.
Yeah, dude, hook it up, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so we got that for gaming news. Moving on, Seven, what else you got on our roster for us over there?
It's interesting. Since you talked about gaming news and samurais, did you know that Fruit Ninja is going to be a film?
What is this?
How the heck you gonna play?
What is
Fruit
this? Wait,
Ninja.
bring up to speed. What is that?
Yeah, Fruit. You never played Fruit Ninja?
Fruit Ninja? Nah.
Yeah.
They toss up like the cantaloupe and apples and watermelons,
Right.
and there it is. And you
I have
slice it.
never heard of this. This is
never
brand
played
new
Fruit Ninja?
territory that I've just
What?
stumbled into,
Man,
man.
you're
Where am I?
retarded,
Oh
bro.
man, don't
Where
tell
am I?
nobody that. If you're a gamer,
Jeez.
that's
I gotta
like
get
Like saying
myself
you
an
never
elf
played
and I know
Candy
what
Crush.
that is. So that's
Yeah,
gonna be
Fruit Ninja
what's
was
the news on that one then?
well,
Huh?
I mean, it's one of the new kings of I guess mobile apps,
Mm-hmm.
and it did really well with the iPad. So yeah, they're you basically slash fruit, but they're developing a whole story.
All right, all right.
It's
So
like fruit falls across the screen, and
yeah,
you have to slice it.
All right,
Yeah.
it's worked for Angry Birds. You're just chucking birds at objects. So all right, cool. Let's
Put
let that
birds
go.
in a
Let's let
big
that
old
be a thing.
slingshot.
yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm down. I'll check it out. I'll look up after.
That honestly, who would ever think to put that into a movie? Because I don't see how that's going to work. Fruit Ninja.
Dude, we have a Trolls movie coming out. They're just swinging blind right now, dude. We have a movie that's on the remember the dolls with the
Yeah.
poofy hair?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a movie. Like
Wow.
Good
there
God.
was a we already had a Lego movie which ended up being like its own thing. So I guess that stands not adjacent
Right,
to
right.
what's going on right now. But like we'll make a movie for anything. Watch, we're gonna have like a Tetris movie coming up next.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Wow.
Where
I wouldn't be
Pong,
surprised,
the
man.
movie. Yeah, Pong the movie, guys. So
Well, they're doing it. Stephen King's It. So I mean, they're going in the crate.
they're remaking it, but
Right.
I think its problem it may be good, but
Right.
its problem lies in just the story itself. It was definitely one of Stephen King's most notable works,
Right. Right.
but it takes a particular type of person to be scared by it. Now, don't get me wrong, the new picture of Pennywise, the main monster, looks
Right.
dope. He looks rad as hell.
Yeah.
But I'm not afraid of clowns. So there you go. The picture of Pennywise, I mean, it looks creepy,
Right.
but I've never been offset by clowns. I'm just more liable to be like, you're a shapeshifter.
Well, I can't say.
Why is your factory setting a clown? It's never made sense to me. Never made sense. I've said that before. Never made sense to me why his factory setting is a clown.
Here's this is sort of on the subject and off the subject.
Right.
Now, if I was a kid, that would have scared the heck out of me. When I was a kid, I couldn't go trick or treating until like third grade, second grade, because I was afraid of masks. That bad. Seriously, dude. They would have to take me upstairs and lock me in a room during trick or treating, I would have a heart attack, dude.
Wow.
Damn.
It was that bad. It was that bad. Yeah, something was wrong with me. Yeah.
Oh, bad. So masks. Oh, so
Clown killed me, man.
yeah. Damn, dude. So switching gears. We have a slew of we were talking on the topic of Comic-Con. That's coming down, New York Comic-Con. So I guess in prior to that, we've had a set of posters for the new Power Rangers movie that's coming out. You have like 5 different shots of each different Power Ranger. It's like the Ranger on top of their Zord, their respective Zord. It looks badass. I know people where there was like a bit of contention when it came to the look of their suits.
Right.
And I can see where they're kind of like trying to update it and make it look more, I don't know, like want to just give it like more of like a modern look. But like you could see they definitely have like more of a Transformers vibe to them with the way that the Zords look. I remember like watching the Super Sentai like back in the day and being like amazed at how they had the shots where the Zords would like come together in individual pieces. And it looks silly as hell now. But it's like, can you imagine what that will look like in the live action version? How like they just kind of like remold and shift like on some Decepticon Autobot crap. It could be dope. It could be pretty rad. I'm not completely sold on the outfits yet. They still look a little bit. Now I wish they'd have like made them look a little bit more like the originals with the symbols in the center at least, you know,
Right.
or like how they did with the first live action movie, The Power Rangers, where it looked like had more like the armor look. They went with that. I'd be happy
Go
with
back
the
and watch
costume.
those, man. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
go back and watch. When is the movie gonna drop?
I will double check on that for you right now, but I know that they will have a panel on October 8th at 2 p.m. at Madison Square Garden where Comic-Con is being held. Saban, their basically just like doubling down on advertising for this movie that's about to come out. The movie itself, to answer your question, Charles, it'll come out on March 24th, 2017.
Wow, that's there.
So, yeah, we got a little time before that one
That's
comes
good.
out.
That's a good month because they get there just before that summertime rush. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like May is when all the big hitters start swinging, so they can go in and actually clean up.
Yeah, they can go and clean before they essentially don't have to compete with all the summer blockbusters that are going to be slated for that time, because Marvel and to a lesser extent Warner Brothers, they're going to be like throwing freaking atom bombs at each other when it comes to trying to like.
I don't see why anyone, especially smaller movie companies, well, actually the smaller movie companies are owned by the bigger ones, but that's another story in itself. Why they want to put any film out in the summertime against these mega blockbusters? It's just,
I don't know, man. It's Lionsgate. This is actually, I feel like Lionsgate has been that studio that consistently hasn't cared about when they release their films.
mm-hmm.
They've had some releases that come out. I'm just like, dude, why would you do that to yourself? Yeah. Like, freaking Civil War is coming out that same week. What were you thinking? So we'll see, man. I think this could be good. If nothing else, people who are like diehard fans of the original will go just to nitpick it.
Right.
I feel like it can make its money back just with like the critics.
Yeah, it can work two ways. You're going to have the old fans go back and watch it regardless. It doesn't even if it's a bad, they're going to go back, and then it could a new following as well. So it can work both ways.
Oh yeah, and a really cool angle that they also have is that the younger kids who are like watching this the newer iterations like Super Samurai and stuff like that, they get to go because, oh my God, it's a Power Rangers movie. And they weren't around. A lot of them weren't around for the one that came out way back in the day that I was flipping out like a kid on, with too much sugar in his system for that movie back in the day. So it'll be fun either way. It'll be fun.
What I would like to see, I mean, the first one was just, it was a garbage movie. I'm trying to be polite, but it was just garbage. I want to see a good live action Dragon Ball movie.
Oh, well, you're talking about the one with Justin Chatwin, man.
That's garbage.
The movie that so many DB fans have just been like, dude, it doesn't exist.
That thing made me so mad.
Change the
dude, they got to redeem themselves. They got to redeem themselves.
I feel Dragon Ball, it's, unless you're walking in with a budget that's like akin to Man of Steel, you can't get a decent live action version of Dragon Ball. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't see it being a thing.
My thing is, it's a hard film to make.
It's extremely hard to make. Yeah,
it's hard. If somebody could find a way to pull that thing off, you can retire off that film, man, because you have so many people wanting and waiting to see a Dragon Ball live action flick, man.
I don't know. I feel like it's more of like a challenge just to see if you can take all of that bundled up crap. Because mind you, Akira Toriyama, right, the guy that creates Dragon Ball, he even has problems making the continuity make sense sometimes. He's gone on record and said, bro, I don't remember what I wrote. I don't remember whole parts of my own canon and lore. So I just kind of like have to go back in and make it fit as I see it. To take that model, which has no solid structure or shape, and then make that into a tangible hour and a half, 2 hour film. If you pulled that off, dude, you'd be like a lord in my eyes.
I'm telling you, man. So anyone listening out there, man, Dragon Ball, you got a ton of people wanting to see it. Someone got to pull it off.
It'd be an interesting beast to tackle, but if that turns into like a live action film, man, that's good, you'd earn your stripes as a creator.
Yeah.
Right? So at any rate, I'm not sure what.
Yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out, rest in peace, to Bill Nunn. Bill Nunn was in Spider-Man, as well as, of course, everybody knows he's in Do the Right Thing.
Right. He was, who is he? Radio Raheem?
Yeah.
Radio Raheem, yeah.
Passed away at 62.
Gone.
62?
Yeah. So, 2016 continues, man. I just...
Yeah.
He was in Spider-Man. I forgot about that. Yeah.
He was, oh my God. What's the guy's name? Basically the guy that you more or less knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, but he never said anything. He was like, when it came to J. Jonah Jameson's like constant, vehement, like distaste for Spider-Man, it was offset by Robbie. Robbie was his character name.
Yeah.
Robbie was I feel like the sole advocate of Spider-Man at the Daily Bugle. Like, this dude fought the good fight. He was the office wife of J. Jonah Jameson. Jonah, you need to calm down. Jonah, stop. You need to relax. Dude, maybe he was trying to help those people when he stopped that bank robbery. How do you know that he was in on the take? So, you will be missed, Mr. Nunn. Thank you for all your hard work over the years. Great actor. He will be missed.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, moving on. New season of Flash. We just got our new trailer for that, an extended trailer. Again, this is like all before. This is like trying to like build up momentum for Comic-Con. The trailer, it's given us basically more of what we saw from the other ones. They've added to it in some parts. They have like a lot of teasers of what's going to go down this season. And the theme or premise of this season, the basic idea of the season is that we're all kind of spinning in a chaotic rabble of what Barry did at the end of last season, which is completely jack the timeline to save his mom. It was the biggest moment I've ever had watching a television show, seeing Barry just go back in time and do that, knowing that it was going to just completely derail the entire timeline that we had going for the Flash. So we're dealing with the ripple effect, the aftermath of what Barry did, and it's going to be a take on the Flashpoint story.
Yeah.
DC Comics. So which means that everything that you know about, I guess, the DC the television universe that Greg Berlanti and them have structured for us, it's going to get reshaped. You're going to have different characters pop in, different iterations, but also, and a clever little adage to that is, this is how they introduce Supergirl into the mix.
Yeah, that's going to work to their advantage, I think.
Yeah,
I
feel like
they do that because she's supposed to be in another universe, correct?
It's 7. Yeah, we explained this.
It's that thing is scrambled up like eggs, man.
Think about it like this. We've already introduced like the idea of the multiverse in Flash, right?
Right.
Different universes where different characters live. Flash went to one of those universes and he met Supergirl in the previous episode.
Correct. Right.
So the fact that he went back in time and changed things, he's restructured everything within that sphere. So it's a completely different timeline now, not even just his, but in the multiverse itself.
So now their universes are together.
But that's going to be the bridge for how Supergirl goes from her universe to ours. So it's a completely different timeline that he's created now.
Right.
That's how that works.
That's like some Back to the Future. You want to see the little baby hand come out? You know, remember that?
Like that. And they're basically just going full on Doctor Who with it, because Doctor Who does crap like this all the time. Time and space, it's like, chronologically, Doctor Who is a just mess. It's a Frankenstein of a continuity. So they're kind of going that route with this season of Flash.
Because it keeps you guessing, you know?
Mm-hmm. It totally does.
Yeah,
totally. It's fun. A nightmare to try to make sense of at times, but it's definitely fun. I'm going to be tuning in. You guys should be too. That'll be this, oh my God. When is that?
Charles, be good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be good this year.
Come on, Charles. Man. Catch up, man. Catch up. I got you for 2 now. I need you to be on point for The Flash. I need you to be on point for Luke Cage. If you come back the weekend that Luke Cage comes out, I didn't watch it yet, guys.
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to watch it before you, man.
All right, that's what's up. Please, by all means, you got to have that discussion. I'm telling you, next week, it's going to go down. That Luke Cage discussion.
That's strictly Netflix, right? Strictly Netflix.
This is Netflix, yes. Yes.
So, random, but I just got to give a shout out to all the Yellow Rangers, because even though they try to push, the other Ranger to be the other female Ranger to be the cute one, I didn't consistently. All the Yellow Rangers have been cute. I know, random.
This is you just giving a shout out to all. This is all the ones that you think he's cute. All the Trinis and the Aishas and the Tanyas. Yeah, there you go. That's what that is. Don't mask it, Seven. I know what your angle is. I know you.
I was trained by Drew.
Oh my goodness, the veil thing. And I can't lie, you have your own little things. Man. I remember Kimberly from the old version. She was one of my first crushes on screen. She introduced me to the midriff. And girls rock the short.
Nice.
that's where I got my whole liking for that spawned solely from her. So I can't blame you. We've had some cutie rangers over the years.
I actually dated someone just because they looked like, Yellow Ranger.
Of course, Evan. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yellow, okay.
Oh my god. Which one though? Because there's been multiple. So is
And
this
we'll talk at the end of the show.
okay? Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna
I'm
get
see
the
a
uncut
Yellow
version of that
Ranger
story.
Halloween costume just like go off the shelf because you guys now.
Nice. So, oh my god. So
Here we go.
shifting gears. I'm so lit and hyped today because we just got the official word that One Punch Man Season 2 is in production. For those of you that don't know, you need to get your stuff together, all right? Look up One Punch Man, a.k.a. Saitama, and then get back to us because you have no clout as of right now. Like, One Punch Man is, I actually did a video about this. One Punch Man is the anime equivalent of Superman.
Yeah.
Like, jacked to 11, okay?
Yeah.
He's a character that is so powerful that he takes out people in one punch. Hence the name, One Punch Man. The first season came out, I want to say it was like about a year or so ago now. I know my timeline is off, but it was a breakaway hit. He's a boss. One Punch Man. Like, I saw season 1 as it came out each week by week on Dice. I think it's like the streaming thing is like Daisuke. It was phenomenal. The manga is still going. It's phenomenal. It's like it was one of those cases where you knew he was going to get picked up for a second season by like episode 4 or 5. Because it's like it goes up to a certain point where a character named Boros shows up. And that's like, I want to say between volumes like 2, I want to say like the first volume or 2 of the manga. And
Right.
from there, it gets even crazier. So it's like the popularity of the show, you knew that he was going to come back.
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
Does he have a weakness? Like Superman's his kryptonite. Does he? No one's figured it out yet.
Dude, what Saitama's weakness, okay, is his own depression because he can't find a challenge. Like that is, he's like reached limits that he doesn't even know. And his biggest issue is that he is too powerful. So
Wow.
it makes it on paper that would seem like, okay, well, he just wins every fight in one punch. That's where the other characters come in because he has an apprentice known as Genos, and he's a cyborg. And his whole thing is he wants to be a hero like Saitama, like One Punch Man. And it's more or less his growth, Genos' growth as a character is what you're following, not Saitama finding opponents to actually fight him. But you have Genos, his plight to become stronger, One Punch Man looking for his like apex fight, and then you have this other community of heroes that are like around him, and you learn that there's a power street. There's other superheroes in the world, but there's like a power structure and a hierarchy that's formulated around it, and you have the different characters that function within that
That's
group.
sort of like the Dragon Ball. How
Exactly.
Goku
It's
and everyone wanted to be
world
strong.
very much, yeah, because
Yeah.
the mangaka, the creator, he goes by the alias of One. He was very much inspired by Dragon Ball, just superheroes in general. He's a big fan of those, and he wanted to basically create his own. And that's where we got Saitama from. But the thing is, he's so jacked and he's so OP that it's like he shows up and the fight's basically over. And he's like, every time he wins, he's like, oh,
Wow.
it was too soon. Too soon.
I was watching.
Absolutely hyped.
He had a One Punch Man was on the internet
Yeah.
versus Superman. You know what I mean? I watched that on there. It was Superman's contest. I mean, but that's interesting.
Well, it depends on where you've seen it from, because there also is Screw Attack. They have their Death Battle series.
Mhm.
They did the Goku
that might have been it when they pair up all them different heroes against each other.
Yeah. I actually made a video about that on YouTube. You guys can find that online too under Otadru. I did one that was half the video is about that whole fight between Goku and One Punch and Superman, which breaks down exactly why Goku can't win in a fight against Superman. It's because Superman has no limits. Goku does have limits, but he ascends them. That's like his thing. He'll reach his limits and break past it. One Punch Man is a combination of both beasts because he has no limits, because he smashed past all possible limits. And he's just like, dude, what comes next? Superman would be that like unicorn for him in a fight. But can't wait, man. I'm like super psyched.
That'd be good.
Which is a One Punch Man. More so than I am on Attack on Titan Season 2, which we still haven't gotten a date on because they just love dicking us about. So thanks for that, guys, for denying us the second season of Attack on Titan. Wonderful
Oh,
that out there.
we have another movie coming out. I don't know the exact title, but it's actually based on Bruce Lee. Did you see that?
I
I'm
saw
actually-
that trailer.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
That's the one where the white guy becomes his apprentice.
Yeah.
And there's, what was it, Wojak Man?
Yeah.
The Shaolin monk?
Yep.
I'm sorry, dude. I can't mess with that movie. It looks stupid.
My thing with that is, I'm a huge Bruce Lee fan when I was growing up. The first double feature I went to was Fist of Fury and Chinese Connection, or some people call it Big Boss. Yeah, that was my first double
Big
feature.
Boss. Yeah.
But
I'm actually, as a Bruce Lee fan though, Charles, let me pose you with this. When you watched the trailer, didn't you get the sense that like they're portraying Bruce to be as like the villain almost?
Yeah,
Did you get that vibe? Like
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm watching this trailer, and the idea is bringing you, those of you who haven't seen the trailer for Speed, this is not even a semi-autobiographical. It's just they're taking the character that we know as Bruce Lee, and they're giving this like story about a fellow, Caucasian fellow, who becomes one of his students. And I think this is in San Francisco, right, Charles?
Yep, San Francisco. Yeah.
San Francisco around that time. Bruce Lee's a superstar. He's like reached that clout in society. And the thing is, the issue is what he's doing, like in the spirit of Kung Fu, or is it's like him just self-aggrandizing, him like, being like hyping himself up. And that was like a real thing in Bruce Lee's real life. There were people in the community of martial artists from China who were really not down for Bruce Lee training outsiders, foreigners, in Wing Chun, or Jeet Kune Do as it would later become. So the premise is there. It makes sense. There were people that did challenge him in his life who were from, like the hardcore of like the martial arts community. So they got that much right. But in this film, Bruce, I feel like they're portraying him as just like the arrogant villain. He's the antagonist. He's not a villain, but he's an antagonist.
Yeah.
Because his whole thing is, dude, I know I'm the best. And it's like, you can challenge me if you want. But it's like, there's one line in particular where he's just like, my way is the future, and you guys is just like,
your way is the past. Yeah.
Your way is the past. I'm just like, that doesn't seem like something that Bruce Lee would say. It's so douchey.
Yeah, he was a philosopher.
Yeah. So I don't know, Charles. You can check that one out. You give me your verdict, and I'll go look.
I'll give you the verdict on it. But yeah, I'm just saying, I'm a Bruce Lee fan, so I definitely want to go check that out.
Absolutely. As an avid Bruce Lee fan, I worshiped this dude as a kid. I'm like, I saw that. I'm just like, that doesn't seem like my Lee, dude. That doesn't seem like my guy at all. So I might check it out just out of curiosity. Yeah, but keep us posted on that one, Charles.
I'll do that. And when we go over the movie, I'm coming with the yellow unitard on too, man. I'm coming. Yeah.
The one from freaking Game of Death.
Game of Death, baby.
Jabbar. Oh, dude.
With a footprint in my chest.
That's the new design for Iron Fist outfit too. Have you seen it? His is green and yellow, and he has like the stripes on the side. It actually looks freaking hella dope. Cool. Like, it's funny how that look is just stuck around for so long. It's like it's never gone away. Uma Thurman had it in Kill Bill. Like Iron Fist has it now. It's been up in I don't know how many parodies and how many other kung fu wuxia films. But yeah. So Seven, anything else you got for us? I know we're winding down.
The last one before we wind down is more Black Panther movies. Black Panther is going to also have Denai Guerrera.
Yeah, we've I think we announced that a ways back when it came to casting news. Denai Guerrera. Who else got added to the roster? His name is escaping me right now. How is this happening? Michael B. Jordan is going to be Eric Killmonger, who I still don't see as 7 foot tall, super brolic dude who's like basically known for always beating Black Panther in hand-to-hand fights. I don't see how that's going to be a thing with Michael B. Jordan, but we'll see. And old girl from Star Wars. What's her name, guys? Help me out here.
Lupita
Nyong'o. She's going to be one of the Dora Milaje. That alone, I'm just like, I'm going, and I'm going to enjoy it.
It's interesting, too, because Denai Guerrera, and if you don't know who that is, that's
Michonne. Walking Dead.
Just in case.
So it's a perfect fit for already, casting-wise.
She's also going to be in a film about Tupac.
Oh, biopic about Tupac? I
Yeah,
heard about that.
that'll be very very interesting.
Yeah, that could be
And
rad.
and I know she could pull it off. So
Oh yeah, she's a solid actress, dude. She's
yeah,
very intense.
yeah,
She's like very like she has like presence when she's on screen. So that was a perfect fit for her as Adora Moulaje in general.
right.
Like when you had those fan castings,
Hmm.
her name is like right there when it comes to like remember like the warrior cast of Black Panther's crew in Wakanda. I'm like, yeah. So if you pick like go get this image, guys. Just
I'm picturing
you
it.
have Lupita Nyong'o, okay, who's playing I'm assuming the Dora Milaje that goes bad because that's what her character did in the comics. You have Denai Guerrera as another one, right? And then you got that one badass chick from Civil War who told Scarlett Johansson to get the hell out of the way of the car. So those are who you're working with as representatives of the Dora Milaje, Black Panther's warrior cast of all female Amazons in the
Wow.
Black Panther movie. Are you not happy yet?
Dude, I'm
Like,
beyond happy. I just want her just to crack Widow with that left hook, man. Just boom, right
it
over
was
the
the
top.
fight, yeah. It was like the hinted fight that you wanted to see in Civil War. To the point where there's like a little throwaway line of like Black Panther going, "Yo, not that wouldn't be an entertaining fight.
Right?
But we got some stuff to do, so gnaw on that idea." Like,
Oh man, I wanted to fight so bad.
so yeah, so badass. I really hope that they do them well because the Dora Milaje are probably one of the most interesting elements of Black Panther's lore. Wakanda is a fascinating like little adage to the Marvel universe anyway, but that warrior cast of all females. It has its own comic run now. If you guys haven't heard, it goes like in union with Ta-Nehisi Coates, his run on Black Panther, which is apparently getting reviewed very well right now for the comic. So if they take some nods from his run and stay true to the I guess the map, the framework that they've established with the Dora Milaje over the years in the comics, we could have a really excellent take for the live action version of Black Panther. It will definitely be different than anything we've seen yet in the films. So
That's
very
what
much.
we're looking forward to.
Yep, can't wait.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. Eclecticka. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure.
Drew. And I am Seven. You're watching Eclecticka. We'll see you next week live.
Take it easy, people.